Hi, and welcome to my kitchen at Wild Heaven Farms. I'm Mary, and today we're going to be making whole wheat pancakes. So looking over the ingredients for making the pancakes, it calls for buttermilk. And of course I don't have any, but I do have regular milk and vinegar. So what I'm going to do is fill this measuring cup almost to the top. And then I'm just going to add in a good glug of vinegar, and the acid in here will turn this whole cup into buttermilk. I'm going to put it back into the fridge. Over here I put about a half a cup of so of blueberries in this pan. I'm going to give it a little lemon juice. And then I've got 2 sausage patties for the 2 of us. And I'm just going to go ahead and get those going. And this we just want on low. These are frozen. I'm actually going to put a little water in. Two tablespoons. Now let's get back to making the pancakes. This will be my first time using whole wheat flour. But as with any flour, I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir. I'm sure it's been compacted. And then we're going to fill our measuring cup with a spoon. If you're weighing, you'll need 5 ounces. Okay, so this levels off to just a little over a cup. We'll take that, put that in, put that back in the bag. Now it's a half a teaspoon of baking powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I try to use half the amount always. So there's that. We're just gonna mix these all together and then work on our wet ingredients. Calls for 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So we're just going to melt it in the bowl. A bowl big enough to beat an egg with your cup of buttermilk. So we'll get that melting. And we'll check on our buttermilk. Looks like buttermilk to me. You can see that it's thickened up in spots. So we'll set this aside and wait for our butter. See what's going on over here. These are ready to be flipped. These are going to be yummy. This is definitely boiling with the lemon juice and water. We will be adding sugar to this. And then my pan over here looks like it's ready to go. This pancake mixture finished. So most recipes call for sugar in pancakes, but I'm going to use this little bit of honey that we have left. And I'm mixing it into the wet ingredients. That should be just enough sweetness. Okay, Now our dry mixture, because our pan is really ready. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more. I'm just going to make a little well in the center and pour this in. The honey is sticking to the bottom of my bowl. I want to make sure I get it all. And then we're going to mix this up. Just until everything's good and wet. Okay, now we're going to get a scoop, a cookie scoop, and get our pancakes into the skillet. All right, make sure the butter is coating all of the pan. The butter is browned a little, which will just make things tastier. And then we're going to go 1 pancake, 2 pancakes, 3 pancakes, 'm gonna go ahead and get my sugar and add some to the blueberries. Just a spoonful. Not even a spoonful. And I'm going to let it continue to boil. On low. I'm guessing like any other pancake, these will bubble up and get air holes in them when they're ready to be flipped. Okay, it's time to flip the pancakes. And it's burnt. So the first batch didn't turn out exactly right. We're going to turn the heat down, move this off, and let it cool off a little bit. We've turned this up to boil. We've turned that off. I'm just going to try to crush some of these berries. Let's taste. Perfect. Okay, now that this has cooled off a little and we've turned the heat down, let's try again. I'm gonna stir this up a little with my scoop, and here we go. Three pancakes. This is really boiling good now. It should be served once it cools. Okay, I'm going to turn off the blueberries. I just tasted one of the first pancakes, and even though it's a little burnt on one edge, it really is good. Let's see if we can not mess these up. Nowhere near ready to flip. I do not want these to burn. Oh, perfect. The sixth one. Perfect. I always give the pretty ones to the mister. I'm going to flip this one back over. I think with the heat being lower. And this one's perfect. Okay, let's get this finished up and put some on a plate and see what they look like.